So here we are at the start of the third quarter, start of the second half. Nice work by Diker to use his arms to motion where he wanted the pass. Good find by Kukoc. Plays it down the line. Good pressure by Hutton, forcing the throw. Nice throw in by Giovanni. Good pass by Raylan. Back to Diker. Little bit heavy there in front of him. Good idea though. Raylan found a good spot. We have one-on-one and he's way off, or she's way off sides. I will give it to them. They weren't as offsides as the first team. So I guess that's a plus. As I told the team at practice, this is an area we can play faster. Even if we have the lead, these free kicks took too long last weekend or during the games. I mean, maybe the final minutes or what have you, or if we really are tired or need that moment of rest, taking a little longer, but just having a little better sense of urgency. Kukoc on the ball, nice pass into Raylan. Nice through ball up to Giovanni into the box. Goalie spills it and Hartley's there to clean up the mess. Nice finish as we move ahead 4-1. You see, sometimes just putting the ball in those dangerous areas inside the box can cause problems. Mistakes happen. The more you can get the ball in those areas, the better you have to score. So after a bit of a break on scoring, we come out to start the second half and get another goal, and they lose the ball within 5 seconds. Giovanni tries to split to Diker. Bit soft on the pass there. Good pressure here. And they just give it away. Nice touch by Diker around the defender. Cut inside, gets past him again. But the pass is lacking there. See, that's the thing. Sometimes we do a lot of hard work and use our skills to get past people, but then the final pass is just lacking. And I know it's disappointing for them too, because they do all that work and then just give it away. Good win on the left side. Play it out to the wing. Here's the ball into the box. The goalie doesn't mess this one up. Easy claim. Steps out to the box, telling his team where to go. An okay punt. Good work by Jackson there. Something that Jackson has shown in both of these games is just the composure on the ball, not panicking, and finding little pockets of space to play the pass. And that was very loose by Kukoc. Just got to be a little harder with our passes. They come flying in and miss the ball. Diker uses his pace. He's off to the races. Their defender's keeping up, shoulder to shoulder there. Tries a flick, doesn't work out. Giovanni on the recover. Does well to win it back. Nice turn inside. And a pass into Luke and plenty of space. Great work by Giovanni there. Here's a pass up to Hutton. Looks offside. He was offside. Guess he stole the first team's playbook between games. Nice touch over there. Okay idea. Sometimes I think we force the pass too much with the runs. As I've talked to kids at practice, making decoy runs or dummy runs or runs not necessarily to get the ball but open up space for another teammate is something I would really like to see us do going forward. And a nice finish here by Hutton to make it 5. And he gets his brace or his second goal of the game. That's just bad by Mario there. Good job winning it back, but you see, within 5 seconds, they give us the ball back as they just boot it up to nobody. Here, you have time and space. The forward is not very close, and he's not pressing with intensity. Instead of the mindset to just hoof it up, where are my options? Kukoc is a great option here. Plenty of space. Jackson there if you want to go left. I mean, Luke even is open there in that pocket. And then you have Nate. So there's plenty of options better than just kicking the ball up to anybody. But that, it's okay. Something we'll work on and we'll get sorted out before next games. But just a little detail here of thinking instead of just kicking the ball. But he wins it back there with a nice touch, so that's a good response to that mistake. And it's going to take time, as I mentioned before, coming from rec soccer and a different team and different coaches that teach different things. Here, you really need to take care of the ball. The ball should matter and be important to you as it should everybody on the team. And not taking care of it is not acceptable. But that's an easy thing to fix. Free kick, they hoof it up. With the best clearance. Here we have another decision. That's a bit risky, gets away with it. Hartley, good pressuring. Gets it back. Loses out. Got to play faster there. Somebody needs to say man on. If it wasn't said. Good work by Giovanni. Something that really impressed me is that Giovanni's first touch is positive and it's going in a direction where he can do something immediately after, whether that be another dribble, a shot, a pass. When I talk about your first touch should be positive, or with anything, you should have a purpose to your play. That's something that stood out to me, is that he's purposely having a touch in a certain direction so he can do another action and not just kicking the ball. Great pass out here. Lob through ball up to Hartley. Nice pass into the box. Bit of a heavy touch. Good turn in. And unfortunately it bounces off Hutton and out, but the linesman awarded corner kick. And I believe that was a goal kick. But a great play and a great move there. And the same thing happened. Giovanni picks it up. Nice touch to the right side on his right foot. And then immediately plays a lob through pass on the money to Hartley, which leads to a good cross into the attacking third for Hutton. See, and for players that have technical ability and skill, there's times where you can use that and get in your bag and take players on, but there's also times where you can use that to get rid of the ball quickly and find open teammates. Because you have that ability with your touches and control to be able to do that. But it's having that vision and that team mentality. I think what makes those dynamic technical players great is picking your moments. Like you look in the professionals, the best dribblers don't take players on every single time they get the ball. They pick their moments, pick their spots, look at the situation. This sun sure was something too. As it was just right at all of us over here on this side. Nice layoff to the edge of the box. Luke does a little bit too much there, but works very hard to get it back, as you see here. Wins it back. Nice, easy finish into the corner. Makes it 6. See, losing the ball, but working hard to get it back can be rewarding, and there's just a great example. You don't always do that in the goal scoring areas, but that was a nice job by Luke to not give up. And then a very composed, simple pass into the corner. My type of finish. You don't got to blast the ball from that position. Just find a spot the goalie's not, and easy work. There's a nice pass out by the goalie. Good pressing by Hartley. Loose here. Leads to throw. See, sometimes our pressing doesn't always award us a steal or interception, but we cause them to panic and make mistakes like that lead to the ball. Good show for Giovanni. Nice control. Not a good pass there. Good work to get it back. Tries a touch. Loses again, but then continues to work hard and get it back. Good skill there. Plays it out to Kuko, who lost the ball. Back to Nate, who finds a nice pass out to Raylan. Good vision there. He saw Hartley in a bunch of space. That's a nice ball up. Into Hutton. A little bit behind him. Slowed him down. If that's in front of him, that's probably his hat trick. We've had some very nice through balls. Good play there by Mario and Kuko into Diker. Finds Hartley in plenty of space. Cut inside, bit heavy. Good defense, but she doesn't give up. Keeps with it. Good interception. Here we have it out wide. Kuko steps up, wins the ball. Good job by Kuko. And it's out for throw. Nice pass by Raylan there. You can really see their team at this point kind of lost their energy and spark. But this was an amazing play from the back as Diker here. Raylan's in a great pocket of space. Gets found here. Quick touch. Pass through. Great job by Raylan there. Up to Hart. Hartley fires it in. But this pass by Diker was amazing. On the money. That pass is, as I was telling Gray, is one of the best in all of football. Just hard across the 6. Causes so much problems for the other team. We talk about making decisions. That making the whole back line and the goalie make decisions. And if they're not in sync, anything could happen. Own goal, handball. And then a nice finish too, as those aren't easy to control as we put it away for number 7. As most of our goals were great team goals. When I talk about playing football and not through ball, working as a team, finding space, keeping our positions, moving around, being dynamic, combining, communicating. Those are all aspects, of my opinion, of what they call the beautiful game. And I think our team really captured that in this game, and I think we can grow upon that for the rest of the season. Great work by Jackson there. The pass was a little off the mark, but he bailed his teammate out. As here, once again, we're just slow. Mario's got time, but he just takes too long. Damien's doing a great job to come to space. If he can have a quick turn to the left shoulder, turn and pass, that relieves the pressure and Damien has yards of space to work with. Or even a quick pass out to Nate. But we do a loop around the ball, lose it out in the back. Thankfully, our center back partner is there to help us. Great turn there. Pass was loose, though, as Mario wasn't looking for the ball. We just have to have a bit more of a sense of urgency and awareness, which it takes time, especially coming from a lower level and, again, a different team. But regardless, it has to be better. That goes for every player in that situation. But thankfully, it's the first weekend and this game was set in stone. But as somebody in the back four, your mistakes can be a lot more costly than losing it in the midfield or the final third just because of where you are in the field. Nice switch of play here, and Hartley has a swing and a miss, looking like Michael Conforto at the plate. Oh, man. She was pretty embarrassed with that one. Nice step up by Mario. That was a good job. Here's a good job there. Good job. Much better. Under pressure, no option. Kicking out for the throw there is fine. And there we are for the